Welcome, Danielle. How are you?
I'm very well. How are you doing?
Doing very well, thank you.
Good.
It's been, I think, 7-8 years plus. We have sat together for a conversation, and it's a good opportunity to sit down and then see what has happened in the last 7 years plus to understand more about you. Could you take us through the tapestry of your background and experiences and across different social services sector you have worked?
Sure. So I'm originally from the UK. I did a philosophy degree in the UK a long time ago, which prepared me for nothing. I also came away from university with a daughter, so there was something to show for it. My first job was within the National Health Service. So I got a low-level accountancy role that I didn't need any qualifications for. Spent 4 years in the National Health Service. Became quite frustrated. It's a bit of a beast as an organisation. I think it's one of the largest employers in the UK. So not a lot of flexibility. So I jumped out and tried working in the commercial world as an accountant. Didn't like that at all because it was just about selling. And I don't like selling. I don't mind advocating, but I don't like selling. So then I back into the National Health Service. Then I tried education, so probably the equivalent of a TAFE, the CFO. And then with amazing foresight that I cannot take credit for, I emigrated to Australia 3 months before the GFC hit, which was very lucky. And I've worked in lots of different environments in Australia, all here in Perth in WA. It's quite a tough career nut to crack if you haven't grown up here. So I've worked in Western Power, Murdoch University. I got my first, I guess, permanent role working with long-term unemployed. Which was federally funded through Job Active, and from there I went to Active, and I joined Active as CFO. So this was before the NDIS. So this was the old model of largely being funded for capacity rather than individuals having their funding. Joined as CFO. Was lucky enough to have a CEO who believed in me. So over my 5 years as CFO, I got to manage HR, strategy and operations. So when the CEO, Tony, retired, I had a resume that was fit for purpose. So I secured that role through a competitive process and then spent 5 years as CEO of Active, an organisation that's still very dear to my heart. So Active supports individuals and their families who are living with developmental disabilities, cognitive impairments, and increasingly neurodiversity.